Why would a claims guy ever want to attend a conference that's put on for independent agents? Well, I'll tell you, after attending Elevate 18 in Cleveland, Ohio, the real question should be, why wouldn't a claims guy want to attend? So those of you not familiar with Elevate, what it is, it's in its simplest forms, is a sales and marketing conference for independent agents, and is put on by Trusted Choice Agency Nation. But you know what, it is so much more than just that. Now, lucky for me, my leadership team knows what a big fan I am of all the folks at Agency Nation and all the content they put together. So when I was asked, hey, do you want to attend Elevate? I was like, heck yeah, of course I do. So my journey there was a difficult one, and if you're interested in that, click on the link right here and you'll find out a little bit about that journey. It was an interesting one. So let's get into why I attended and what I got out of it. So without thinking too hard about it, I've come up with 4 reasons why I attended and why I'd love to attend next year as well. So number 1 is what my friend Alex DePazzo refers to as diversity of thought. And he expanded on that a little bit when we were in Cleveland together. And he said, you know what? Once you get out of the safety of the nest, that's when you really soar. You know, if you're always surrounded by the same thoughts, you might miss a different take from somebody who thinks about it a little differently, or a new innovative idea to do something else. That's why you need to expand outside of that tight-knit group and expand beyond that. Number 2 is supporting the IA channel. These are the folks, these are the trusted advisors that when they're selling their product, they're the front lines folks selling what us claims folks do. And shouldn't we know what each other are thinking? Number 3, engagement. I've been to a lot of insurance conferences in my 17 years in the industry. And yeah, I take a lot out of a lot of those breakout sessions. You gain a lot of knowledge. But there's one thing here that set itself apart over at Elevate, and that's the fact of how engaged every single person was. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. These are small business owners that have invested their time and their money that, you know, some of the folks are shutting down their shop just to attend, so you know they're engaged. So I talked to one agent that will remain nameless, and what she was telling me is that there was a miscommunication about scheduling, and the folks that were actually in the office didn't really know how to get these systems up and running, so she had to devote a little bit of time while at the conference to get the ball rolling for them. So obviously, folks are going to be engaged when they're that invested in this. And 4, the most important one, the relationships, man. So over the last several months, I've been connected with the folks in the 5 a.m. club, and they've taken me in. A carrier claims guy, I still can't believe it, that I'm getting involved with all of these independent agents. They've welcomed me right in, like family. And I really mean that. When I first arrived in Cleveland and I was introducing myself to these folks, first of all, we really didn't have to introduce ourselves because we've been interacting on social media all along. And it's what Ryan Hanley has mentioned as the social media is changing the handshake into a hug. And it's absolutely true. I had more bro hugs in a 30-minute period than I think I've had in my entire life. But these people are family to me. But this group of amazing folks, like-minded independent agents that are just looking to push each other forward, and again, they welcome me in, and through their influence and their support, they're the reason I'm on this journey right now. If it wasn't for them, I would not be doing this. So I have nothing but love for each and every one of them. It's amazing what they've done for me in my career, and I can only imagine where it's going from here. But going back to Elevate, again, it was the relationships that set Elevate apart from the rest of the insurance conferences. Now, I know the group of people in the 5 a.m. club, these are now, I truly believe it, these are lifelong friendships. It's really a family that I'm going to be rooting for their success even more than I'm rooting for my own moving forward. I see Woody crank out a video and I'm going to be rooting for him. Ash Fitz getting out an awesome blog. Jared Bellman in the new kitchen table, get that running again. And everybody else. I can name all of them over and over and over again, but I wouldn't have time here. This would be a 3-hour-long video if I was just talking about all those relationships. But it's really those relationships that really set Elevate apart. Now, one thing you'll notice that I didn't mention in the big 4 were the breakout sessions and the speakers. And you know what? It's not to knock those, because those cats were amazing. Really phenomenal topics, great speakers, so engaging from some of those panel discussions. I didn't get to attend it. God, I wish I did. But Marcus Sheridan's video seminar, as well as all the keynote speakers. It was phenomenal. But again, really, it was all those intangibles that set Elevate apart. So March 2019, New Orleans. If my leadership team is still on board, I'll tell you what, I'll see you all in the Big Easy. Peace! I steal most of his material anyways. Why not his closing too? JB out! Well, lucky for me, my leadership team knew what a big fan I was of Agency Nation, and that's a grill clicking in the background. Right there.